Welcome everybody. I know you see the title. You may be a little confused, so I'm just going to explain. ABAN could mean different things, as it's the standard name, ABAN or abandoned, stuff like that. Just a name I came up on the spot, but this is called ABAN. 3 horror stories, rated R. So I figured I'd make them a little spooky. This could also mean the return of mangas as well. Though, keep in mind that, like I said, mangas have a chance to return. These are just spooky stories, but please, take on board ABAN. 3 horror stories in one. Alright, without that being said and without further ado, let us get straight into this. This shouldn't take us too long. Let us go. Story 1. House. A young boy and his friends went to a house in the middle of nowhere. As his friends went in the house, they accidentally fell asleep. As the young boy began to hear something, the whispers of trees saying something to him, he screamed from outside as he could not get inside the house. The young boy tried to run away, but a tree wrapped the boy up with sharp branches and dragged him to the tree and ate him. The boy was never seen again. But the boy's friends lived and forgot all about him. Story 2. Wind. On a farm across from a factory, 15-year-old Alan was getting home at midnight as the wind was cold as ice. "Alan Jester, it's late. You have to visit the Willers." "Right now, Mom?" "Yes, now!" As Alan felt mad, he did as his mom told him. He looked at the pathway into a forest. He walked for 2 hours, which felt longer than usual, then tripped on a rock and rolled down a hill. As he was hurt, he stayed on the ground for at least 5 minutes, but then got up and waved his flashlight as an echo came from something in a cave. "Where am I?" said Alan, as he was afraid. Or it should be, "Where am I?" But we're going to go with the standard one. It can go both ways. "Where am I?" or "Where am I?" I'm going to leave that up to all of you. Anyways, as Alan kept going into the cave, he found many webs and webbed up humans. "Oh my God!" Alan screamed as a big spider killed Alan, then wrapped him up in a web cocoon and began to eat him. Alan's whereabouts were unknown, along with the other dead humans in that cave as well. Story 3. Sunset. As a married couple, Will and Ann went on a camping trip to Flower Mountain. By the time they got there, they went to set up their tent, and as the sun went down, Ann and Will went in the tent. "So, Ann, you were gonna tell a story, right?" Will asked. "Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Alright, here goes. So they say a goat man lives around here. Half man, half goat. It's just a story, honestly. Anne said as she chuckled and opened her eyes. Will was gone. As Anne freaked out, a hook ripped open the tent. As Anne was scared, she looked at the creature. It was not a goat man. It was a mimic that looked like Will. But as Anne tried to run away, the mimic turned its face into a sharp teeth mouth and ate Anne. The mimic has now disguised as Anne to wait for its next victims. And yeah, that's a short one. These were actually very short stories. So you get the whole point about ABAN. It's pretty much 3 short horror stories, but with a twist at every end. Now, hopefully, I can stream something tonight, hopefully, but, I don't know if I'm gonna get around to that, so when this comes out, I am, going to decide if I'm gonna stream something. But I thought I'd share this with everybody. ABAN took me at least 17 minutes to make. And I think it's a great return to the horror formula that everybody knows from me. But since it is October, everyone, I thought I'd share this with everybody. Now, yes, I know the first story house wasn't that good, but when you put your mind to it and when you think about it, it's actually a story to set up the other two. It's not as scary, but I will say that the one that I found most disturbing was Wind, the second story. It could go either way for anybody. But yeah, that is ABAN. Now don't watch this in the dark. Even though there's like, the only footage is me telling the stories, and that's how it works around here. But I'm going on for too long, everyone. I'm so sorry. So for who has ever, I'm getting tongue-tied too. For who has stopped by to watch ABAN, I want to thank you so much, everybody, for watching this. Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments. Without being rude and toxic, by the way. Feel free to drop a like if you want to. And yeah, I hope all of you enjoyed. Alright, now I will see all of you in the next one. Peace out for now, everyone, and bye-bye. This has been ABAN. 3 short horror stories.